In this video, we are talking about TikTok and Instagram and which platform you should be on this year. So keep on watching. ¿Qué onda, mi gente? Welcome back. We are talking today about TikTok and Instagram together in one video. And the reason why we're talking about it is because TikTok is really gaining speed and traction. And to be honest, I am quite obsessed with it lately. I used to be completely and utterly obsessed with Instagram, although I still love Instagram for its uses, and you'll understand why. And for my business, it's great to live on Instagram. However, TikTok is just like nuts. I am obsessed with the platform. I love what it's about. I love its authenticity. I love its raw realness. Here's just a little bit about TikTok and Instagram, and I'm just going to give you the side by side so that you can actually decide which one of these platforms, or whether you want both to be on both of these platforms for your business. So TikTok started around 2018 when it literally converted from Musical.ly, whereas Instagram started around 2010 and it launched then. In 2012, Instagram was bought out by Facebook. Currently, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. So, unlike most of the platforms, the social media platforms out there, it is not a US platform. So, right now, TikTok has it is the most downloaded app on both iOS and Android. Pretty insane. Also, it's boasting about 500 million plus global users, and it's got about 80 million downloads with 40 million users currently daily on the platform. I mean, this is just nuts. Where Instagram has 1 billion active users and 400 million daily users. Now, you also have to understand that currently TikTok has surpassed downloads compared to Instagram. Now, we also need to take a look at the demographics on both of these platforms. The platforms are both serving that 18 to 30-year-olds. So that's like the broad spectrum of both of these platforms. However, Instagram is slightly older. You've already probably seen that the target audiences or the demographics that are on this platform are predominantly older. Now, although Instagram's target is millennials and Gen Y, TikTok is mostly Gen Z and those millennials that are slightly younger. So there also is an even split on TikTok between male and female users. However, on Instagram, you see mostly the majority are female users. So that is a huge difference. So again, TikTok is mainly 18 to 24. Is there really like that juicy little audience, where Instagram is that slightly older, up to 30 years old, that 24 to 30-year-old little group. That's what you're going to find on Instagram. Now, when you're looking at the audience across both platforms, they do service anywhere between 18 and 30-year-olds, and that's like the majority of the audience on both of the platforms. Now, we do have to mention the fact that Instagram's growth is slowing down. Compared to 2018, IG was trending at a 13% growth. However, this year in 2019, IG is trending at about an 8% growth on the platform. And this is completely on the way low end compared to TikTok. This platform is completely exploding. It is gaining so much traction. I mean, it is now one of the fastest growing social media platforms across all platforms. So why are people jumping onto TikTok versus Instagram right now? If you've been on Instagram in the past and you're currently still using Instagram, I really recommend as a marketer to stay on the platform and continue to develop your content on Instagram. However, if you're new to Instagram and new to TikTok and you're trying to decide where to go, all of these key things, the demographics, the downloads, the exposure, all of that takes in account your decision whether to jump on TikTok versus Instagram. Now, when you're talking about the users, People honestly get hooked on TikTok. You can spend hours. Right now, the consumption is up to 52 minutes per user. It's only 1 minute less than Instagram. So when you're comparing the two platforms, they're literally like going head to head for attention. You consume in the same amount of time on both TikTok and Instagram. The difference is only a minute. And honestly, I really foresee that the consumption on TikTok is going to continue to grow and exceed the consumption time of Instagram. Then, as I was saying, there is that fact that you get hooked. And the reason why you get hooked is because it is so real and raw and authentic. The videos are straight up raw. Yes, they can be curated. Yes, they can be high quality. However, they are way more raw, lifetime, and they give a sense of the fact that it's just an average person. And they're way more relatable than when you talk about Instagram. Instagram continues to be highly curated, highly planned, and you spend a lot of time developing and curating and creating high quality content on Instagram. So that is the huge difference that, yes, although it may take you several days to learn how to do the Renegade, by the time that you do the Renegade, it's only 15 seconds and it's a raw video clip. Versus on Instagram, you're gonna take that perfect picture, make sure my hair is perfectly in place, make sure I have the correct laptop, and I'm sitting there with a perfectly frothed up latte showing that I am remote working. It takes so much to really create those special and scroll stopping images on Instagram because of the level of quality content that is on Instagram. Everyone is developing those types of content. They are developing very well thought out, curated layouts of pictures. Like, it's perfectly poised, it's perfectly centered, everything's perfectly done. And so it gets harder when you're scrolling through Instagram to stop at a picture that says, whoa, this picture, this image is incredible. So unlike TikTok, where it's completely raw, you keep scrolling and you can actually find yourself stopping at every single video just to see what's going to happen at the end of the 15 to 60 seconds. It is quite incredible the amount of time that you will spend on this platform because A, it's either funny or it's relational. That's another one of the key things, that it's so relational on a human level, where Instagram is more aspirational, and I may or may not end up being like my favorite Instagram influencer. However, on TikTok, I can actually relate because it's just like any other person, just like me. Very relatable content versus aspirational content on Instagram. All right, finally, there's also the hashtag thing. Hashtags tend to really give you exposure and to make you go viral on your videos. Whereas on Instagram, if you use a hashtag, chances are that people may or may not find you. The algorithm purposely buries your images. Also, the algorithm tends to expose it to just little bits at a time, and if it just doesn't catch any traction, then you end up getting indexed. And not only that, but so many people are using those hashtags that the index feed, you'll get buried in it. By the time someone discovers your image in there, it's because they probably scrolled for 10 minutes all the way through that hashtag feed just to find content and run into yours. However, TikTok is very different when it comes to hashtags. It really exposes you and makes you more viral. Also, they tend to have these little segments of like, okay, they're going to expose it to the first, and if it does well, they're going to expose it to the second, and it just keeps on doing that. There's also this huge difference in the algorithms. The algorithms in Instagram, they don't always show you everything that you're following. Meaning that if you're following a particular person and the last time that you double tapped or engaged with them, left a comment or shared their content was 6 months ago, If they just posted an hour ago, you're not going to see their content, and not because the algorithm buries it. It's because the algorithm only shows you relational content that you've been currently interacting with, and like content. So even though I may have posted an hour ago, you may not at all see my post, just because you may have not interacted with my profile in the last 30 to 60 days. So on the flip side, TikTok tends to restart its algorithm. It can pick up any of your old videos and just decide to refresh and re-expose it over and over again. Much like YouTube, where your videos are evergreen, TikTok is completely evergreen also. Your videos can live on forever and can continue to actually go viral later on versus when you first posted them. Unlike Instagram, if your post did not go viral within that first hour, it just will not ever take off ever again. Like, the life cycle just dies right out. Whereas on TikTok, the probability of your older content getting viral is super high. So these are some of the main differences and the reasons why, platforms are different. And I'm going to go into further as to which platform you should be using for your business. When we're talking about your TikTok or Instagram for your business, you've got to keep some questions in mind, and that will help you determine which of these platforms is the one you should be kind of focusing all of your energy and your marketing efforts on. So one of the things that I always ask my clients is, does your business serve the 18 to 30 age group? Now, if that is your primary target market, then you should definitely be on TikTok, because it is that 18 to 30. However, Instagram has a slightly older, that 24 to 30, and even 30 to 40 year olds, like a lot more older clientele. So take a look at your business and see where it falls on that age spectrum. If it's falling slightly younger, then definitely I would recommend that you be on TikTok. If it's way older, then yes, absolutely consider getting started on Instagram as soon as possible. Now, here's another question. Does your business live on YouTube? For example, I do YouTube videos. My business actually does live on YouTube. I love creating YouTube videos. Now, TikTok has made it so easy within the platform for you to actually get traffic to your YouTube, creating a YouTube link directly on your profile. You can link your YouTube and your Instagram on TikTok, making it so easy for your followers to continue to see longer format content versus 15 and 60-second content on TikTok. However, IG only allows one link, and this link is prime real estate. And if you want to learn more about your profile and your IG profile and why it's so important to have a specific link, I'm going to link up here my video regarding why you should not be using Linktree, because a lot of you guys are probably using Linktree, and why you need to actually create a specific landing page with multiple links that lives on your website. So with that being said, again, Linktree, or a specific link with links within it that live on your website, is how you kind of navigate your traffic, your followers, to follow you on other platforms or follow you on other places and other links. Whereas TikTok gives you the ability to drive immediate traffic natively on its platform. So now that we've talked about those two questions, we also need to understand how much time you're going to be dedicating to each of the platforms, and specifically to content creation. When you're talking about TikTok, content creation can take anywhere between 50 to 60 seconds. That's how long your content is. On Instagram, however, you really, again, need to curate your content on Instagram. But on Instagram, you've got 1-minute videos, you've got long format IGTV, you've got short clip IG stories, you can actually now really go into a longer than a minute IG story, and it automatically slices it up, and you can follow through the story as a long format video that just kind of keeps on going on the stories. So there's so many ways to create content, and also the feed, and there's so many other ways. However, as I said, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of thought and strategy to really develop those pieces of content that are going to live on Instagram. But on TikTok, other than the fact that you might have to take a little while to learn some of the dances and your dance moves need to be on point, if you're just going to create content for TikTok within your business's industry, it's such a great platform. It's like 15, 60 seconds, quick, let's do it, let's shoot. I say something quick and easy. I can even speed up my videos so that I can cram more information within 60 seconds and really get my point across. Because right now, honestly, our attention span is so short that I really would prefer to watch a 15 or 60 second TikTok video and learn from you versus sit there and 15 minutes later I'm still on IGTV falling asleep because you still haven't gone to your point. So that's the point that I'm trying to make here is how much time are you going to dedicate to create content? Does your business or do you have a team that can help you create content? Because if you do, then by all means get on IG. If you do not, and you want to get more bang for your buck, is definitely go to TikTok. You will spend less time creating content on the platform. You can download and save all of the videos so that you can use them across social media also. So that is one of the big differences between IG and TikTok. And you know, there's those carousels, there's IGTV, there's stories, there's feed posts. Not to mention the fact that we have these huge long captions that we also have to write and curate and storytell within, where on TikTok, I don't even have to put any captions. I could just put 2 or 3 hashtags and make it go viral. And that's my point. The video that at 15 seconds can have so much more impact than all of the time that you spent trying to create content just for Instagram. Finally, I think that this is the one that you really have to kind of think about. On Instagram, there's so many ways to be creative, as I just mentioned. IGTV, stories, yada, yada, yada. So many ways to be creative and create creative content. Where TikTok is just video. There's only one way to be creative on this platform. So think about it. If you are highly creative and you have these huge ideas, yes, video can be very creative. You can create these elaborate videos that I've seen on TikTok that just are mind-blowing, and I just can't believe that people spend that much time creating and curating these videos. They're amazing. But remember, it's just video. You don't have static posts, you don't have long captions, you don't have quick stories, you don't have long, more than 1 minute videos, you don't have carousel posts, you don't have any of those things. Where on IG, you have a more versatile options to create posts and to really see what kind of content is going to be the most appealing for your audience. Whether you get the most traction on your stories or the most traction on your IGTV videos or the most traction on your carousel posts or the most traction on just static posts or quick 1 minute videos that live on your feed, you're able to see what kind of content your audience really loves. Now, the difference is that on TikTok, people are on TikTok because they love video. So you're always going to be right on TikTok, although there's only one way to be creative, which is just through video. Last but not least, I wanted to mention the fact that TikTok is now actually testing their user interface to be a little bit more like Instagram. And Instagram has definitely stole some great ideas from TikTok and used them in their stories features and functions. So some of the functionalities that you see on stories, you have been able to, they come from TikTok. Like, they're inspired from TikTok. They basically not even inspired it. They basically stole all the functionality from TikTok. But TikTok right now is currently testing new layouts in their profiles so that they can arrange their bios to look a little bit more like the UG, the user interface, the user GUI. So again, they're really trying to make the platform feel as native as possible so that you spend more time on the platform. If you spend all this time on Instagram, if you're spending 53 minutes versus 52 minutes, then what a great move for TikTok to make it a little bit more IG-esque so that they can increase your watch time, your consumption time on TikTok. So when it gets down to whether you want to choose TikTok or Instagram for your business, really go down and ask yourself these questions and compare the platforms and see where your target audience is. Your target audience can actually be on both platforms. You can be actually serving that 25-year-old or 24-year-old that can actually live on both platforms. But if you're slightly younger or slightly older, then you should definitely consider either or of the platforms. Again, this video is just to help you kind of give you ideas as to why you would be on one platform versus the other. In the comments below, let me know which platform you prefer for your business. I'd love to know. For myself, I'm still testing TikTok. I still haven't developed a full-on strategy for my business on TikTok. However, it's almost done, and I'll be creating content specifically tailored for my business on TikTok as I kind of dwindle down my use on IG. I will continue to be very active on Instagram through stories and through video. However, you may not see a lot of feed posts as I continue to kind of focus my efforts on TikTok and really learning and digesting all this newness and how amazing this platform is. But you can always find me on YouTube because I definitely will not give that up. I have had an incredible, a little over a year, and I really love video. And I think that's one of the reasons why, for myself, I choose TikTok, because it is just quick video that I can do, spare the moment, and I can also give you the full-on videos here on YouTube that really helps you to understand marketing, how to develop marketing strategies for your business so that you can continue to be successful, and how to do it yourself if you're just starting your business. So as always, mi gente, make sure to like and subscribe as I bring you weekly videos every single Thursday at 9 a.m. Besitos a todos y nos vemos la próxima semana.